everyone, welcome to the second part of this video sort of series from Menuet de Bonheur, and we are going to be doing a few of the other parts of the page today. I haven't decided. It's good, isn't it? I thought I might do these hyacinths. Now I had thought about doing them in a purple, but we've got these purple ones here, so I'm thinking maybe pink, because they do come in quite a pink colour at times. So let's start there. I sort of feel that I'm doing a little bit of plants, a little bit of animals, you know, mixing up a little bit in each video, but we'll just see how it goes. Obviously this is only the second video. Now the pinks of these colours are actually of these flowers are usually quite bright. I'm just having a little look at what I've got, and I'm wondering whether the fuchsia or the carmine middle purple pink is probably a little bit too purpley, or is it right? My eye keeps being drawn to it. I think I'm going to do that, the middle purple pink. Is that this one? Yeah, I rather like it anyway. Polychromos is what I'm using today on this page. So I'm going to just start filling this in. Now these are hyacinths, and they do come in a variety of different colours. White and pink and sort of bluey purple are the colours that I normally see them in, but I think there probably are others as well, I'm sure. But you can obviously choose what you wish, but I'm just thinking this is a colour that I'm not going to use elsewhere, because I'm thinking about the fact that we've got so much yellow. We certainly don't want yellow, not that I said that yellow was an option colour anyway, because we've got our ducklings, our ducks. I don't know if I'm going to do the ducks in yellow, because they look almost goose-like, and I'm thinking I'd quite like to do them yellow, but I'm not sure. I mean, ducks do come in yellow, parent ducks I mean, as well as baby ducklings, so I'm sort of not sure yet. And of course I can do it however I want. I don't have to sort of follow some sort of tradition, I don't know. I mean, male mallards are really pretty, but difficult to colour, so I will give that all some thought. But there is going to be a lot of yellow daffodils, we can see that the daffodils are going, there's a lot of daffodils, so there's going to be a lot of yellow anyway. So, and I'm also looking down here, we've got a crocus, and I don't think I'm going to do that in a yellow. As much as I like a yellow crocus, I'm thinking maybe a purple one. I think that's the only colours they come in, yellow and purple, would be better, give us a bit more of a variety of colour. Now you might think, gosh, this is surprising for Rachel, because normally she likes doing quite a limited colour palette, and that's true. But this isn't that sort of page. This page has lots of detail, lots of things going on, lots of different things, and also the things are drawn in a more realistic way, so I want them to look realistic. And I also want some interest in the page. I think if I'd done everything similar colours, it's going to get, also like these are definitely, we're going to be purple, bluey purple. These, you know, so if I did everything else in yellow, they would look odd, because they would be the only thing that was a different colour. So I'm just trying to mix it up a little. So I'm just trying to help you get into my head, but I can't work out what's going on here with all these lines. I mean, that I think is the stem, but I don't know what this, although that's a leaf coming through there. I'm not entirely sure. I think I'm going to colour that as a petal, and that, but it's a little bit tricky. I get this a lot in pictures. I don't know if it's me, or you know, if they're not always drawn particularly clearly, but I get it in every book. It's not just like certain illustrators. I often find myself thinking, what's that supposed to be? And sometimes I go and look up the picture because I want to see what it is if I look online and look at how other people have coloured it. But of course there's no guarantee they've done it right, if you want to say there's a right and wrong. But sometimes you can look at it and think, actually yes, that makes sense what they've done. Or you can look at it and think, oh, I didn't think of that, you know, that sort of thing. You could think that's cheating, but I think it's okay, as long as you, if you're copying somebody's work, just credit them, you know, and that's fine. Most, I feel personally that if you put your work online, then you have to be prepared for people to copy it or be inspired by it, or even repost it, as long as they're not reposting it as their own, because that really is a little bit naughty. I know people who have got a problem with other people reposting their work, even if they say it where they got it from. And if that's the case with you, then don't post it, because that can happen. I don't have a problem with it. I like to try and inspire people, and also, you know, it's what I do. So I need people to be aware of what I'm doing so that they hopefully come along and watch my videos. So I don't have a problem with it. Oh, I think that is a bit, and that. I'm just looking at it. I sat back a bit then and looked at it from a distance. I went, But yes, as I say, if you don't want people to copy it, then don't post it. It's also, some people get a bit worried about AI using their art as a basis for generating AI images. Yeah, I mean, that is probably going to happen to everything that's posted online, whether it's your colouring, photographs you've taken, or anything like that. So if you want to be protected against that, you'll have to post nothing. It's annoying in a way that you can't declare it. There are some sites where you can, and you can put it as an option, but most places it just happens and there's nothing you can do about it. I want a darker colour just to put in a little bit of shadow. I'm going to grab the magenta. I'm just going to sharpen it. Where did I put my sharpener? Right there in front of my face. Here we are, magenta. And what I'm going to do is just do the middle bits and a little bit out of there where things are overlapping, where I think there might be a bit of a shadow. And it's just to try and differentiate between the different petals, leaves, bits and pieces that's going on, really. Just to try and make it a little bit more obvious what's where, how things are bent, connected, things like that. What's at the back, what's at the front. I might not be right, but I'm doing it as far as I could tell from colouring it. There we go, I can hear aeroplanes. Apparently it's the hottest day of the year so far today. It's going to get up to like 21 degrees. Right, I think that's improved it a tad. I don't know how clear it is. Now we have another one of these. It's here. I'm just seeing if any of it is overlapped onto this page, because we've got something going on here. So this is our croak. This bit seems to come across on this bit, but I don't think it quite continues all the way across. I think it's quite a lot cut off here on this page, because if you look here, look, this is the cat's face there, and there's quite a bit missing because of the page going around there, but I think it's just on this page. So again, I'm going to move my piece of paper over to put it under here. Ooh. Try and get this bit in the middle. Just move my tablet out of the way. There we go. I've got a tablet in here today because, oops, because the children are out. This is middle purple pink, and going to go back to doing all the floors. Yeah, the children are out at uni, so I just keep it on in case they need anything. Sometimes they'll message me and go, have you got the password for blah, or you know, I need this or that, can you give me this information, or they just want to chat, I'm bored, no one's here, or whatever. So I just like to be on for them in case they need me. And I just check the messages there. My husband's out as well, he sent me a message earlier too. So hopefully he's doing okay. He's in the right panic before he left. I don't know what was going on in his head. He was running. He had a time. He didn't need to leave until after he'd had some lunch, and yet he didn't seem to even come downstairs until like nearly 11 o'clock. I just don't know what he was doing. It was just very odd. Sometimes he just loses all track of time. But anyway. No, he did come down, that's right. He came down for breakfast and I did loads of chores. My back's still sore, so I didn't empty the bottom shelf of the dishwasher, but I did the top. And I did sorted out some washing and watered the garden and the house plants, and yeah, I think that was about it. Wiped down some surfaces, you know, that sort of thing, and got the boys' lunch boxes and things and tidied up after breakfast. And he was like, you shouldn't be doing that, so you've got a sore back. And I was thinking, yeah, but you're just sitting there. I'd rather just do it myself than ask someone else to do it. I just feel like, I know I shouldn't feel like this, but I feel like, can you not see that I'm doing it? Can you not tell that, you know, maybe I need some help? But of course, he doesn't. He never ever does. He never thinks that I need help unless I ask. He would never think of helping. He does help with the weekly cleaning now, but he would never think of just, oh look, she's stuck in the dishwasher, I'll get up and help clear the table and do it as well. You know, it just would never excuse me, occur to him. And I think it's partly to do with the way he was brought up, that he wasn't, you know, taught how to do chores or anything. But also I think it's to do with the fact that he's always very involved in something in his head. So he's not necessarily even noticing that I'm doing anything, you know, or thinking clearly about what's going on, I suppose. And he's always been the same, always, so it's no good me having a grumble, because I knew what I married, and, you know, if I want help I should ask. But I just feel a bit guilty if I ask. It's like, it's his day off work, you know, he has Fridays and Mondays off. It's his day off. He was working until 11:15 last night at work. He didn't get home till midnight. You know, I didn't feel like I should be asking him to help me. So, and I was fine. I didn't have much else to do. Well, I did manage to find lots of other things to do after, as you do, but I didn't, you know, really have urgent things. Now I'm getting my magenta out and I'm going to go in again, putting in a few shadows here and there. No, I'm not one to want to ask for help, and I think it's, my sister would say, you're just being a martyr. I'm not really, I just get on with it. Sometimes other people helping get in the way. And if he's not ready, and I want it done, so I just get on, you know. But anyway, I've got some chores to do later. I need to unstack the dishwasher again, but I don't know whether I can manage to do it really, because that's how I put my back out, was just, I'm going to have another go at this bit down here. It's really hard to colour right on the edge of the page, but that looks a bit scruffy. I'm just going to go over it again. There we go. Okay, now we have the sort of stem bit. I'm going to do it on this one first and then the other one, just because I happen to be here. I think they're quite dark, so I'm going to use the juniper green. if that looks right at all, but I'm just going to go with it because I don't know what else I would do. I mean, the stem isn't pink, but somehow I feel like it is, but it can't be. Right, let's swap this piece of paper over. I really should put another piece of paper behind the other side and I won't have to keep moving it. I haven't got very many cut out because here's our juniper green. I can't do it very well. My husband's got guillotine. He normally does it for me. He hasn't done me any for a while. Again, he's been busy and I feel like I don't want to ask him to sort of do some, you know. But he takes a long time to get round to doing things. He was beating himself up actually earlier because my son's shoelaces are playing up where one of them's really short and it's weird because the other shoes, one is fine and he hasn't, they're the same laces. Is this part of the hyacinth, these leaves? Or are they part of the crocus? I don't know. I'm going to do them as the hyacinth. Anyway, but for weeks he's been saying, I'll fix it. And then every time my son puts his shoes on to go out, it's like, oh, I haven't done it. You know, and it's like, you know that you have to write things down to remember them. But he just forgets. Now, after I've done this, I'm just going to do this one here. I'm going to start the ducklings. They're going to take a while. So I probably won't, now some of them are on the other page. Okay, let me think. Maybe I'll just do the beaks today. That'll be easier. Now ducklings' beaks are probably not the colour I'm going to colour them. I'm just going to look them up, actually. Because these are drawn in quite a realistic way. Images. Those are white. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so some of them have, this one has like, oh, I just dropped my tablet. This one, some of them have black, some of them have pink beaks. Oh, I clicked on a link then. There's something called Duckling Awards. It's something to do with swimming. Right, so some of the beaks look quite pinkish. So that's the colour I'm going to use. I'm going to start with the beige red. That definitely says beige red on that pencil. I'm not going to do the parents yet, just the babies. Okay, so I'm going to put a light layer of beige red on all of them. I'm thinking that I might just do this one without moving the piece of paper. Can you see? You can. How many are there? Are there 4? Have I done them all? Is there any on that side? No, that's a rabbit. Not quite the same. I don't think the rabbit's got a beak. Right, so I'm going to use the cinnamon to add a little more colour to them, a little more depth. So I'm going to thinking, you know, underneath here, I'm just thinking where's going to need a little bit of a darker touch, sort of there. And then I'm just going to lightly scumble that in, like that. This one, look, inside, we can see inside. Do that quite dark. A little bit on the edge. Bottom, towards the top, there we go. And then this one, that we've got a little line, you can just make it darker there. And the same with this one. It makes quite the noise, that page. Now I feel like I need a little bit more, maybe a more yellowy colour I'm thinking. maybe a cream rather than anything too yellow. So I'm going to try the cream, and I just want to mix it up a little bit, make it slightly brighter, and sort of will tie in with the feathering. Yeah. That one I'm just going to do on the outside, not inside. And a bit for this one. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go back in with my beige red and just blend the cinnamon into the cream a little bit more. Just so it doesn't look too yellow. That's right, just little bits here and there. This one's hard to colour, it's right on the sort of spine edge, but there we go. Okay, I'm going to leave that for today. I'm just going to take a picture of this page like I did before. There we go. Okay, I'm going to yeah, I'm going to decide how to do the parents' ducks as well, but we'll probably work on the ducklings tomorrow a little bit more. I'm going to get another piece of paper for behind that page as well, so I don't have to keep swapping them back and forth. It'll be slightly less annoying. But thank you for watching today. I do hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy colouring.